My name's John Diaz.
John Diaz, yes, my man. You are the owner of Waffilicious, and you are a food truck that goes all over Central Valley, all over the state, right?
Well, we're not all over the state yet. We're still pretty new. Right now, we're just in Fresno, but one day we'll get there where we're going up and down the Central Valley.
So you're going up and down the Central Valley, and tell me a little bit about what gave you the concept to come up with Waffilicious. I mean, first of all, everybody loves waffles, but you kind of give a unique twist to waffles, right?
Yeah, that's right. I actually grew up eating, strawberries with whipped cream on a waffle that my grandma used to make for me. But I'm actually co-owner of the business with my sister-in-law, and one day we were kind of just tossing the idea around about starting a food truck, and she happened to have this we have actually two waffles that we sell, two waffle recipes, and we kind of did like a test run with family, and they were like, man, you guys are onto something here, you should keep going with it. And so we did, and we started out at the beginning of this year, and it's been crazy how Fresno has just welcomed us in the food truck scene doing waffles.
That is so awesome, man. Now tell me a little bit about what's on the menu, because I had a chance to check out some of your photos online, and I was like, oh man, these look so good. Tell me about some of the items that you have.
Okay, so the menu, the way we break down the menu is you pick between sweet and savory. So we have a liège dough, which it's a little bit different. The waffle's more dense, it's a little bit smaller, and we cook sugar pearls into it for the sweet. And then we have the normal just batter waffle, just like what you find at a diner, your normal Belgian waffle. And so then once you pick on your waffle, you go through a sweet and a savory menu. So our popular right now for savory, it comes with a fried egg and cheese on it, and then you pick two toppings. The most popular right now is about bacon and avocado. And then we have a chipotle sauce, sour cream, salsa, arugula, chives, hollandaise sauce that can also go on top of that. And then we also have the sweet menu, and right now a popular one is strawberry and Nutella, blueberry and Nutella, banana and Nutella, and cake batter and strawberries.
Man, you're making me hungry right now, buddy. That is a lot of good food that you just mentioned right now. Waffilicious. So where were some of the locations that we can find Waffilicious?
So to really, find us would be on our Instagram and Facebook. We have our schedule on there. Right now we're just doing the weekends and a couple of week events if we, get called out to it. The place that we usually park on the weekends is Enzo's Table at Willow and Shepherd, like right there at the Fresno-Clovis borderline. And Engelman Cellars, we've been out there about 4 times since we started. And we've actually done quite a few church events. So, if you just follow up on our Instagram, we'll have our schedule on there, and you'll be able to tell where we're going to be at for the weekend.
Now, can you, for example, let's just say somebody wanted to have you at their private party. Somebody wanted to have you at their upcoming birthday or a retirement party, whatever type of special function that's out there, and they want, even a wedding. What if people wanted to hire you for a private party? Is that possible?
Yeah, we did one catered event this last week, but we found out waffles aren't really meant for catering just because we make them fresh right there on the spot. So we're more of a food truck for rent. So we actually, this last week, we were at the apartments over by the State Mart Center for the Fresno State kids, and we did Valentine's Day for them. And that was a pretty good event, good-sized event right there. So we go out, we don't really call it catering, just a food truck for rent. But we can go do weddings, and we've already got booked for a wedding for this year, and office parties. That's what we did last week. So we can do it all.
So basically, as long as you can take your food truck, that's important because that's how you can get the authentic taste of Waffilicious. Because as you said, it's tough to cook the waffles outside of your truck. So once again, it's a food truck rental, right?
Correct. Yeah, pretty much. We can't pre-make the waffles and keep them warm. They're just not really meant to. To do that. We'd rather just cook them fresh on the spot. The people just come up when they're hungry, like at a wedding or what have you, and then we just crank them out like that.
I love it, man. So go ahead and tell our listeners and viewers how they can get in touch with Waffilicious.
So Facebook and Instagram is Waffilicious Fresno. And then on our emails, waffilicious.fresno@outlook.com.
Now, you mentioned that your sister-in-law owns the business with you. Tell me a little bit about how that came about. You guys are around the table, having family talk. You're around the holidays. I know you guys had brought samples of what you were thinking about in regards to the waffles, but what came about to say, hey, here's my sister-in-law. We're going to make this a family business and come together and make this happen?
It was actually my wife. She's known that I wanted to start a food truck forever. Somehow she was hanging out with her sister, my sister-in-law, and she somehow told my sister-in-law that I wanted to start a food truck. So then my sister-in-law called me. She stayed up till like midnight that night trying to make a menu and see what we could do. And like short time after that, I told my wife, hey, we're starting a food truck. And she's like, no, you're not. There's no way. It actually became a big ordeal. And I was like, well, you did this. You told your sister I wanted to. And I mean, we just had everything thankfully lined out for us, and it just took off. I mean, the way it worked out was pretty amazing.
That's so cool, man, and I wish you all the very best with Waffilicious. And I know you said you guys are just getting the engines running right now, but Fresno has welcomed you, and I hope that a lot of Central California can get to see and experience Waffilicious. And once again, go ahead and give them your contact information for Waffilicious.
It's Waffilicious Fresno on Instagram and Facebook, and then Waffilicious Fresno at Outlook.com. And can I let them know where we're going to be at this weekend?
Yeah, go ahead.
This weekend we'll be out at the Fresno Fairgrounds for the Cosmetology Barber Expo.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. February 24th and 25th. You know I've been talking about it here on the show. It's 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. This is an event, an expo, all about the cosmetology and barbering industry, but it's open to the public. So it's not just, an event just for cosmetologists or the barbering professionals. This is open to the public, aspiring individuals that want to be involved in this industry, or even people that are just curious about what this industry is all about. Head on over to the Cosmetology and Barber Expo this Saturday and Sunday out at the Big Fresno Fair, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And what better than not only learning about an industry, but also having some Waffilicious. My goodness, I cannot wait, my man.
There you go. It's going to be a good weekend.